All right, we're gonna go back. Right, go back to John. All right, so we're gonna start back at John 3:16. Right, for God so loved the world. Right, for God so loved the world. Right, that's another thing too. You want to highlight the word world when you're reading it. Right, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever, another word that you want to highlight, right? Whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life, right? So now all these things, right? So the word world, right, in so much, right, can fool a lot of people and make them believe that it means everyone, right? The whole world meaning what? Oh, that means everyone. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's in the world, right? Now, when you break down the word world, right? If you look it up, it means age or society, right? Age or society. Meaning what? Meaning there's a world that Christ only came for, right? Now, are there other worlds? Yes, there are. The LGBTQ, that's a world, right? That we're not part of, right? There's a world in the black and Hispanic world, right? The rich and the poor, right? Two different worlds, right? Heaven and hell, right? These are two different worlds. These are two different what conditions. These are two different societies. These are two different, you know what I'm saying? They're two different, right? Now you got to look at what world was Christ talking about here. What world? Who is Christ? Who did Christ come for? Let me ask you that. Let's start there, right? Who did Christ come for? We could get it out of his own mouth, but I would love a Christian to answer that first, right? Since they love to pull John 3:16, let's get a let's get you know what I'm saying? Let me hear what you gotta say, right? What is John 3:16 really talking about? What world was Christ talking about when he said, for God so loved the world? What world does God love? Right? What world does God love? You know what I'm saying? What world does God love? Right? Let's get right. Let's get John, it's like Matthew's 1 and 21. Right? Book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21 says, and he, it's like, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, or Yahushua in the Hebrew, right? For his, so like, for he shall save his people from their sins, right? Who are his people? Who's his people, right? Christ will tell you who his people are, right? Let's go to Matthew's. Let's go to Matthew's 15, right? We'll read above Matthew's 15. What is it? 24, right? We'll read verse 22. Matthew's 15 and 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried out unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. Right? My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil, but he answered her not a word. Right? Once again, right? As I was saying, what if Christianity paints Christ to be an all-loving man, right? Why did he not answer this woman when she was suffering, or when her daughter was suffering, right? When her family was suffering? Why didn't he answer? Why didn't he run to her aid? You know what I'm saying? To save her, to help her. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, if you hurt, right? Or if one of your family members is hurt, you would run to them and try to figure out what's going on to help them out, right? Just like that mother, when she heard the gunshots in Texas, she went in towards the danger and helped her family out, right? And some other kids too, right? Some other families too, right? Now, why did Christ not help this woman or didn't say a word to her, right? Why? Let's keep going. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away, for she crieth after us. Now, not only is Christ not saying nothing to this woman, but his disciples, you know what I'm saying, who follow his lead, are trying to push her from him. You know what I'm saying? Read verse 24 says, but he answered and said, I am not, once again, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's one thing our people, right, need to understand. And I say our people more because it's like we are the ones fighting, you know what I'm saying, each other to save a nation that is seeking to destroy us. We're fighting, you know what I'm saying, with them. We're fighting, they're killing us, and we're fighting to be with them. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't make sense. Like we're fighting, like we see them, we see the news, right? Everybody watches the news, everybody's on social media, everybody has a phone nowadays, right? You can't hide away from news, right? So now when news like Tamir Rice, or you know what I'm saying, Philando Castillo, or you know what I'm saying, Botham Jean, or George Floyd, news like these, like stories where our brothers are being murdered by racist white cops, really white America. I'm gonna put it like that. Racist white America, right? They murder us. We see these things happening, and yet and still we still trying to come together side by side with the oppressor. That's why we say the Christian church is wicked, is the house of Satan, because of what Martin Luther King did. He planted something in our nation that needs to be destroyed. He planted something in our people that needed to be destroyed. And when he found out it was too late, you know what I'm saying? The only thing he could say, or the only thing that he could the only thing he could say is that, in his own words, I felt as if I led my people into a burning building. He seen what was going on. He seen where we were leading to. And now, when all, just like that demon, right? Just when you wanna that demon is gonna want you to what? To do, you know what I'm saying, to go against the most high so you can fulfill your pleasure. And when that demon did its job, the only thing left to do was to realize, man, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have slept with this whore. Now I got a disease. Now I'm gonna die. I shouldn't have done this. Now I'm gonna pay for it. Don't be like Martin Luther King, man. Don't be like the Christian church, man. Save yourself and save your family from the plague that is coming to destroy America. And John 3:16, for you Christians, it's not going to be enough to save your ass. You know what I'm saying? Once again, verse 24, Matthew 15 and verse 24 says, But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Christ, knowing that we were lost, that's why he referred us to lost sheep. He knew that we were lost and destroyed, right? Destroyed or lost for a lack of knowledge, right? We didn't understand what to worship. You know what I'm saying? We didn't understand what we were worshiping, and we didn't understand that our God is far more powerful than all these other nations, man. And just like today, we think that, you know what I'm saying, you can just pick up, you know what I'm saying, San Judas. I'm talking about my people, right? San Judas and La Virgen Maria, the Virgin Mary. I mean, my God, she's like a mother to all Mexicans. Virgin Mary is like a mother to all Mexicans. Why? Because if you even disrespect the Virgin Mary, it's like disrespecting your mother. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight them. You gotta it's like you gotta kill him. At the end of the day, like, you're gonna have to kill him because he disrespected your mother. And that Virgin Mary is a mother or a god to our people. And the Most High said, there shall not be any other idols or any other gods before me. And you put everything, our people have put everything from a woman to a dumb rock, from wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? A wooden cross. From rock to a wooden cross before God. And that angers the Lord. That angers the Lord. And we need to come back, man. We need to return to our Lord. We need to return to our God, man, and stop worshiping these images, man. That image of Caesar Borgia that you see right now, man. When you click that thumbnail, when you click that link, that image, man, that image destroys so many of our people, man. It chopped off all of my brothers and sisters' hand when they didn't have enough gold to give. Because we didn't have any gold, guess what, man? We're gonna have to chop off your leg. You know what I'm saying? Your hands. There was a brother, man. There was this warrior, right? I don't remember the story too well, right? But I know this warrior where he didn't have anything, right? So they chopped off one of his arms. And guess what he said? He said, might as well chop off the other one. And they did it. And guess what he did? He went to war with these devils. And you know what he had? Instead of hands, he had like a knife or a staff or a stack. He had something tied up to his hands as weapons. He went to war with these devils, man. Don't compromise yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't compromise the love of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Don't compromise this truth for anybody, man. You can't compromise this truth, man. You can't compromise the love of the Most High for these heathens, man. for their courtesy. And all you ever see in the all we ever see in the streets when we go out and teach our people about the truth in this Bible is that they want to teach us, or they want to tell us how to compromise the word of the Most High for the sake of white people. That's why their favorite scripture, I'm telling you, like, their favorite scripture is John 3:16. Their favorite scripture, the only scripture that they think what I'm saying, the scripture that they think that is gonna save everyone. When I mean everyone, I mean every white devil, is John 3:16. When that is a lie, man. The Bible will never contradict itself. But guess what? The doctrine of Christianity will contradict itself, because they're picking up a book to save a people that this book is telling them that they will be destroyed. They're gonna be destroyed by the hands of the Most High God. By the same, you know what I'm saying? And that's why Christianity is a lie, because they pick up the same book, but they don't understand it. You know what they understand? What their slave master tells them or allows them to understand. You know what I'm saying? And you a slave. You don't want to understand the words of the Most High. It's too big for you. It's too much for you. I understand, right? Not in here, man. In here, we're going to have to face the truth, whether you like it or not. You're going to have to face the truth. And the truth is that the Most High God hates our oppressor, hates the people that are oppressing his children. And guess who his children are? Just take a guess, man. His children are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and none other so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. They are Israel. Most High made a pact. He made a deal with our fathers, and a deal that he will never break, and he will never turn his back on. Now it's time for us to keep our end of the deal, man. It's time for us to come back to our Lord, to come back to our God, and stop messing with these damn heathens, man. Why you love these heathens so much, man? What do they got? What do they got that the Most High can't give you? You know what I'm saying? And once again, right, reading on, right, from 15 and 24, so like verse 25 says, then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. You know what I'm saying? She worshipped him. Imagine that. I mean, we get to experience that in here, right? We have devils on their knees worshiping the priest. You know what I'm saying? We have these devils worshiping blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're kneeling on their knees like a good, you know what I'm saying, servant should. And guess what they do? They kiss our boots. They lick the dust off of our feet, as they should. Now, right? Let's see what Christ said. But he answered and said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. What does that mean? What does that mean? It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it unto dogs, right? What does that mean? First of all, this woman was a dog, right? Today's terms, you would call her a what? A bitch. You know what I'm saying? But Christ, you know what I'm saying? For all you Christians that say, oh man, look at you. Look at the way you guys talk. You guys are so rough, so, you know what I'm saying? So too militant. Christ was militant too, man. He was rough too. Where do you think we got this spirit from, man? Why do you think you are afraid of this spirit? Because you are afraid of Christ, man. And you don't follow Christ. That's why you don't understand the words that we're saying. That's why you don't understand our anger and frustration towards these heathens. We love our people, and we will never stop loving our people. You know what you love? You love everybody else. And you hate yourself as well as you hate your own people. That's why you change the image. That's why you worship, you know what I'm saying, that image. You change, you know what I'm saying, your tone of voice. You change your message. You change everything about, you know what I'm saying, everything about you and what you think is righteous and holy, you change. You know what I'm saying? And you change for the benefit of our slave master accepting you. You change for you know what I'm saying, for the benefit of our slave master, the oppressor, the devil, you know what I'm saying, the white man. You change yourself just so you can please his behind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you do. And you get mad at us for not compromising with you. I mean, come on, man. Waka Flocka came up to you know what I'm saying, Captain Kaposh, and was like, "What? Y'all too militant. Y'all too militant." You know what I'm saying? A man that talks about, you know what I'm saying, murder in his raps says that we're too militant or we're too crazy. You know what I'm saying? We're too, in his own words, we're too masculine. You know what I'm saying? So like he said, we're too militant, right? But really, what he's trying to say is that we're too rough. We're too rough. And guess what, man? You gotta be rough when your people are being murdered, man. You gotta be rough and you gotta be tough. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Most High said, cry out loud, spare not. What do you think we're gonna do? You think we're gonna spare the little children or little white devils when they're crossing, you know what I'm saying, when they're walking right beside in front of us in our camp speaking? Hell no, man. Damn that. Little devils are gonna get it too. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna spare. When have they ever spared us? When have they ever spared our children? When? During the Trail of Tears, where was the sympathy? You know what I'm saying? Where was the spare, the mercy on our little children? They said that it was record that they would grab the children from the ankles and smash them against the rocks, smash them against the trees. It was records that they would say that they during slavery that they would cut open the pregnant woman and watch watch and see who dies quicker, who dies first, and throw bets, the baby or the mother. There was records where they would have brothers, you know what I'm saying, tied from limb to limb, you know what I'm saying, hands and feet from two horses on one in each end and beat the horses back until they ripped us apart. There was records of us, you know what I'm saying, of them burning us up alive and calling it a barbecue, calling it the best barbecue I've ever seen. Look this up, man. This is all American history. And you want to save that? You want to love them? This is who you want to love. Christ said, "Damn that, man. It is not meat to to take the children's bread and to cast it unto dogs, man. These filthy heathens are dogs, man. America is full of dogs. White America is nothing, is all of, you know what I'm saying, full of dogs, man. They don't deserve to be safe, man. They don't deserve, you know what I'm saying, compassion. They don't deserve our love. I'm going to show you that the Most High loves as well as he hates. Let's see who he loves. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Romans, book of Romans, chapter 9. Man, chapter 9, verse Book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. Before I read this, right, I want you to understand this, man. Like these scriptures is like so beautiful because it really breaks, right? It's like you got to reset everything, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? What is it? First Corinthians 4 and 2 or 3, right? By the renewing of your mind, right? Like, you're gonna have to leave this world, the world that we are used to living in, where John 3:16 means we gotta love everybody. Look, we gotta stop this hate between blacks and whites. You know what I'm saying? This race, and it's always a talk about racial hate. You know what I'm saying? It's always talk about racial hate. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop this. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying? Let's stop all of this. How can we come together and stop this racial hate? Right? Well, I'm gonna tell you something, right? We can't stop the racial hate, right? Blacks and Hispanics, you can do nothing to stop this racial hate. You can't. There's no way to stop this racial hate when you have no power in your hands to stop it. Right? Racist means what? Or being a racist means what? Prejudice plus power, right? What power do we have in our hands that we can, you know what I'm saying? Say, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop denying white people jobs. I'm gonna stop, you know what I'm saying, denying white people from, you know what I'm saying, loans. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop, you know what I'm saying? I know I got power in my hands with all this, you know what I'm saying, with this police badge and, you know what I'm saying, and everything, you know what I'm saying? I got everything. I got everybody backing me up, right? And I know I can get away with murder, and I know I can get away with what? Killing them. What power do we have? We don't have that power. They do. They can most definitely kill, you know what I'm saying? Kill black, innocent black man, unarmed. You know what I'm saying? And they can say what? Well, I was in fear for my life. I was in fear for my life, and I seen him reaching, and he will get away with that murder. He will get away with murdering another black man. I mean, look at what Dylan Ruth did in the city of Charleston. You know what I'm saying? What did he do? He murdered these innocent people. You know what I'm saying? In the church that was just hugging him. You know what I'm saying? Making him feel comfortable. And the first thing that the judge had to say, he had to fix his lips to say this, and he said, "We got to learn how to forgive." Why is it that it's always us that need to learn how to forgive when something bad happens to us? You know what I'm saying? Like why? Like I don't get it. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense, right? To a slave, it might make sense, but I'm not a slave. I don't understand. Why do I have to forgive someone who just murdered my family, my children? I mean, come on, man. Why do I have to, you know what I'm saying? Why? Why should I? No. Why you should? You should stop being racist. They should stop teaching, you know what I'm saying? They like all they do is they try to put everything, they try to twist everything into it's our problem. Nah, man. It is not our problem, man. Things that happen in this world, like you know what I'm saying, everything you gotta blame the so-called white man. And the reason why we're in poverty, the reason why you living in the ghetto, why you in poverty is because of the white man. The reason why your father is strung up on drugs is because of the white man. The reason why your people are being killed in the streets of America is because of the so-called white man. They've oppressed us so much. They turned us, like, you know what I'm saying? They beat us down into powder, man. We don't know what to do now. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church has no solutions. You know what I'm saying? They don't like you know what I'm saying? We run into politics, we run into, you know what I'm saying, religion, and we try to figure out, you know what I'm saying? We try to figure out all these other things and try to figure out how we can end this hatred between one and another. Well, I'm gonna tell you the solution. I'm gonna tell you, just follow God and just follow what He has to say. Right? Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So it's not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. Understand this, man. Look, don't run to the oppressor. Like you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, what about John 3 and 16? Well, what about John 3 and 16? I'm telling you why. I'm telling you right now, man. John 3 and 16 is not for everyone. John 3 and 16 is for Jacob. And who is Jacob? As is written, Jacob have I loved. What world was God talking about? For God so loved the world, Jacob. Who is Jacob? The father of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Our people who have, you know what I'm saying, have lost their identity because of these heathens, because of their crafty counsel, because of how much they want to rule this earth. They would do anything, anything in their power to rule over you, even if it means to destroy your identity. And our people do not get that, man. Our people do not understand how very important it is to understand who you are, your identity. Imagine that. Imagine if you knew. Imagine if all blacks, Hispanics, and all 12 tribes, man, Judah, Levi, Benjamin, you know what I'm saying? all of our people that are scattered throughout, you know what I'm saying, the four corners of the earth, as the Bible said, right? If we were to understand that we are the chosen people of God, and what else? And that this world is our inheritance. Now that would teach you something, man. That would tell you something. I know it taught me something. It taught me that I had to do better. It taught me that I had to be better. Better than who? Better than my enemies. And we have so many enemies in this earth. We have so many enemies. And guess what? All they want us to do is be nothing but slaves unto them, man. They just want to see us, they want to devour us. What is it? Ezekiel, right? Ezekiel, the 34th chapter. Because there was no shepherd, right? There was no shepherd. What happened? We became meat to every beast of the field. Now we're vulnerable because we don't have leadership. We don't have a structure. We don't have a government. We don't have a leader to govern us. Well, guess what? In the Isupk we do, man. We have rank and structure. And we follow that rank. It is the Most High, Christ, and then Commander Hunter. And then we got the captains. It's like the generals, the captains, the officers, and the troopers, and the sisters. You know what I'm saying? We all got a job here to do, man. It's time for you to do your job, man. Separate yourself from the doctrine of America. America telling you what? All men are created equal. Right? Wrong. Well, guess what? Their constitution says all men are created equal. Now, is that true or is that wrong? Is it true? Is it true to say that the Constitution of America says all Americans, right? So like it does not say all Americans. It says all people, right? Or let me look it up real quick, right? It says all men, right? See, I didn't even have to finish it, right? Right? All men are created equal. I mean, come on, man. You mean to tell me the Haitians under a bridge are created equal? Seeing the way you treat them. You mean to tell me Mexicans in the detention centers are created equal? I don't see no white people being treated like that. I don't see the Ukrainians, you know what I'm saying, being treated like the way the Mexicans are being treated. I don't see any other, you know what I'm saying, nation being treated the way blacks and Hispanics get treated in this world. Not even the Asians, no one. But God's chosen people, we are being destroyed. We are being devoured. Stop running to the white man for help or to test or to see or to prove that he still loves you, man. He does not love you, man. I'm going to tell you straight up. He does not love you. And the day when shit hit the fan, you're going to see, you know what I'm saying, who is who and you're gonna find out that you on the wrong side. Like when I heard this too, like in the ISUPK, man, when I first heard that blacks and Hispanics, you're playing for a team, and guess what? You're wearing the jersey. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, you know what I'm saying? You have the jersey on you. You know what I'm saying? You have the team on you, and you're trying to jump to play for another team. You're an idiot, man. You're an idiot and you're a slave. You're a dumbass, man, and you know nothing. And above all that, you're a coward. You're a coward because you run to a nation that you think can save you. Man, hold on. Let me get it real quick. Let's get Book of Maccabees, right? First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11. Right? In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, right? Just like your Martin Luther King, your Christian church, your pastor, your deacons, right? There went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. And with that, many of our people ended up not taking the culture of their own fathers, man. They ended up taking the culture of these heathens, man. They ended up leaving their culture to be with the heathens. Just like you see much today. And you tell, like, you know what I'm saying, you come into ISUPK, we, you know what I'm saying, you do your 90 days, and what happens? What happens after the 90 days? You know what I'm saying, you're worthy of giving a name, right? So you won't be known as your slave name, and now you will be known as what? You know what I'm saying? As a man of God or a woman of God, right? Now, you given this name, and the first thing that your family tells you is like, I see you changed your name. What is it? What the hell does that mean? You know what I'm saying? They try to pronounce it. They, you know what I'm saying? They're messing up on purpose. You know what I'm saying? You tell them, they hear it clearly, and they just, you know what I'm saying? They're making fun of you, right? Just like back then, you know what I'm saying? Everything is still, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, man. We're going to go through this over and over again, right? Until Christ returns, there's going to be a time where we're not going to have to teach one another about, you know what I'm saying, the feast days. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to have to teach one another what John 3 and 16 is. Why? Because we're going to see who Christ came for. We're going to see what, you know what I'm saying? We just going to know. Just like how nobody needs to teach you that every December 25th is Christmas, you just going to know. Okay, it's December 25th. Okay, it's Christmas. All right, everybody. You know what I'm saying? We got to get a gift, or, you know what I'm saying, Secret Santa, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, the tree. I forgot. We need a tree. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and it has to be decked with silver and gold. Okay, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody teaches everyone when to celebrate Christmas. Nobody teaches anybody about 4th of July, about Independence Day, about keeping their birthdays. You know, it's just something that is just tradition of men. These are the traditions of men. These are what people in the world are just so used to doing. Now we got to separate ourselves from that world and come back to our Father, man. We got to come back to our God. We got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay. All right. Let's get Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. Right? Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6 says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." Right? The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Now, therefore, that the Lord thy God, he is power, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments unto 1,000 generations. Now, the 1,000 generations, who is that talking about? Right? 1,000 generations, the oath. What oath is this talking about? What oath are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Well, let's go back, right? Let's go from to the beginning. Let's go to book of Genesis. Let's go to the book of Genesis, and let's go to book of Genesis chapter 17, verse 7 says, "And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee." Right? Now, this is the Most High talking to Abraham about what? About the promise, about the covenant, right? About the oath that we just read, right? Now, let's skip down. Let's jump down to verse 19. Book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 19. "And God said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him." Right? Now, who is Isaac? Right? Isaac is the father of who? Jacob. Right? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Right? Out of Jacob, we get what? We get the 12 tribes. Right? But who did the Most High make a covenant with? He made a covenant with Abraham and his seed. Right? He made an oath with Abraham and his seed. who was the covenant, or who was the seed that he made a covenant with? Isaac, man. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after thee. Right? Ishmael got a Ishmael got a, you know what I'm saying? He got a blessing too. Right? Ishmael got a blessing too, right? But skip all that, right, to verse 21. And it says, "But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at the set time in the next year." Right? Now, knowing this, the Most High made us a special people, a special people above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. He made an oath, right? That we would serve him, that we would keep his, you know what I'm saying? And he would show us, he will keep his covenant and his mercy. You know what I'm saying? Now, what will you do? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna throw all that away just for some white meat? Are you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna throw all these, you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna throw the greatest thing that the Most High can give to any nation and trade it for crumbs? What are you gonna do with that, man? What will you do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do with it? I mean, we could go, you know what I'm saying? Let's go back to Christ, right? We're talking about John 3 and 16. Let's get a little bit of the world, right? Let's get John 15. Let's get John 15, verse. Hold on. Give me a second. Thought I had it. It's like a verse. First John 2 and 15. Right? Book of First John, chapter 2, verse 15 says, "Love not the world." Right? Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Now, one is saying what? For God so loved the world, right? And then First John 2 and 15 is saying what? Love not the world. So now is the Bible contradicting itself? You know what I'm saying? What's the problem here? Right? Problem here is you got to understand context, man. Right? As soon as you understand what you're reading and what this is talking about, you will understand the breakdown of both. Right? All right. Right. What world is John 2 and 15 talking about? Right? Love not the world. What's the difference between both worlds? Right? And this will also too, right? Whenever you hear us talking about, you know what I'm saying, the brothers in the world, or another term that we use is a Jake, right? A Jake is like, you know what I'm saying, slang for a brother in the world, right? So it's like, oh, look at the Jake, you know what I'm saying? Or I was talking to a Jake, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying, Jake, man, slave, you know what I'm saying? In the world, meaning what? Not in the world, meaning he lives a different a lifestyle than what we do. You know what I'm saying? A different style, a different lifestyle, or he lives a different life than than the ISUPK, right? He lives a different lifestyle than what the Most High is telling us to live, right? The world meaning what? The world meaning what? Christianity. That's part of the world, right? Buddhism, that's part of the world. Your horoscope, right? That's part of the world. The world. Anything that, right. Razan said, not in the truth, right? Anything that is not in the truth, meaning not the way the Most High, right? The thing, the way living the way the Most High ordered us to live, like, you know what I'm saying? Which is by these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Which is our wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, right? That's the world. If you're not living by this book, then you're living in the world, right? If you're not living by this book, you're living in the world, right? If you think what eating pork is nothing, I mean, you're in the world. What's another thing? If you think, you know what I'm saying, your horoscopes or your zodiac sign is on point, you're in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you believe that John 3 and 16 means everyone, you're in the world. Why? Because you're a Christian. And Christians love the world. And what did the Most High say? The Most High said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Which means what? You can't love Christianity. You can't love a religion that enslaved your people, which is called Christianity, Catholic. You know what I'm saying? These religions have enslaved our people, and they forced us to become Christians. We didn't ask to become Christians, we were forced. Now, because of times, you know what I'm saying, because of so much, you know what I'm saying, killing and murdering and raping, we just willingly do it. Because if we are afraid of our oppressor, you know what I'm saying, not obeying Yahweh and his laws as written in the Bible. Khan, sis. Khan, right? And if you love Christianity, that only tells you one thing, man. The love of the Father is not in you. You do not love God, and you most definitely do not love Christ. Why? Because you choose to save everyone when Christ was not brought here to love everyone, to save everyone. He was brought here to save his people from their sins. That's what he was brought here to do, man. Not to save everyone, right? Now, like I said, man, it's a tough, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a tough pill to swallow. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to say it like this, right? Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, "Well, oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the courage." Right? Like, you you jumping into you jumping into this truth, or you finding out about this truth, you gonna see, you gonna open your eyes to, or you gonna start realizing what is going on in this world is some f, you know what I'm saying, some fucked up shit. Excuse my language, right? It's messed up, and you gonna want to do something about it, right? But if you're holding on to this thing where, but it's just it's just too, how do you say, it's just too hateful. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me I can't love? No, you don't have to pick one. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pick and choose. No man can serve two masters. Either he will love the one and despise the other, or either he will hold to the one and hate. You can't love your own people and love the people that are being, you know what I'm saying, that are killing them. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You're gonna have to choose, right? I'm man. We made our choice, man. You know what I'm saying? We made our choice, and we will stand on that. And guess what? If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, right, you need to stand with your own people, man. If times are getting, look, times are, I'm telling you like this, look, it is crazy enough that time is flying so fast where you don't know what the hell is going to happen tomorrow. We do, right? Because we are priests and prophets of the Lord. We know what's going to happen, but you don't. You don't, and you're so frustrated with the thought of what's going on. Why are so many people, so many of our people dying? What's going on? Why can't we stop this? Look, in the hearts of our oppressor, they don't give a damn about your life. The only thing they care about is saving their own. So with that, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to do something. What can you do? Right? That should be the biggest question, right? What can you do? How can you do it? How can you accomplish this mission that you're trying to do? Right? First thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to change the way you think, man. You're gonna have to change the way you think, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way your diet, everything, man. You're gonna have to change everything. You're gonna have to change for the Lord's sake, man, for your own people, man. You're gonna have to change, and you're gonna have to become what? A righteous man, a righteous woman. So you can what? So okay, you can help your own people out of this, you know what I'm saying? Out of this condition that we've been stuck in for over 400 years. Over 400 years, we've been, you know what I'm saying? We've been trusting Christianity. And what has that given us, man? Why don't you try something new? Why don't you try coming into the Isupk, man? Pay your tithes to Command Jerry Hunt, and you will see, man. You will see this nation crumble, man. Just take away your love of America and the world. The world. You know what I'm saying? Take your love out of that world that we've been stuck in for over 400 years, man. And you will see the nation that is killing us, destroying us, you will see them fall. You will see them beg you. You will see them come for you. That's like you will see them come to ask for your help. Tell me it has not happened. It's most definitely happened. You know what I'm saying? Why people see, you know what I'm saying? These other nations, they see how well we are protected when we serve our God. And they see how dangerous it becomes to them when we serve our God, because we have power that they don't have. We have a superpower, like we have some a weapon that cannot be you know what I'm saying, be man-made. We got a power that cannot be constructed. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is that you have to obey that power. You have to serve that power, and you have to leave everything else that you are worshiping, you are serving, and bow yourself to this power, man, to the Most High God of Israel, the God of this Bible. He will protect you, and He's the only one to protect you. You know what I'm saying? And with that, this is the Isupk Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm Priest and Officer of Matizah. You know what I'm saying? Out here in Arizona. Make sure you pay your tithes. You know what I'm saying? Pay your tithes. Also, too, you know what I'm saying? We're having the cookouts. Make sure you know what I'm saying, look us up on isupk.com. Make sure you look us up on isupk.com, where you can also donate your tithes, right? And put in your donations, as well as look us up on every other look up every other school, uh, events that are coming up. You know what I'm saying? We have a calendar. You know what I'm saying? That's another way, you know what I'm saying, you can get yourself out of that world. Look up the calendar, look up the high holy days. You know what I'm saying? Look up those high, you know what I'm saying, those high holy days, right? What you would call holidays, these are high holy days, right? Look up those, man, and stop, you know what I'm saying? Stop messing with that, you know what I'm saying, with these Christian holidays, these pagan holidays, man, because all you're doing is worshiping another God, man. That, shalom.